On the eve of a 5-day Chuseok holiday this year, Chuseok holiday.
Chuseok. Korea's harvest celebration this year takes place in mid-September.
여보세요?
여보세요? 뭐해?
나 일해. 오랜만이다.
너 추석 때 뭐해?
몰라. 너는?
나는 집에 가야지.
집에? 부모님 보러?
넌 안 가?
That's right. Chuseok is time spent with family. It is when most of the nation visit their hometowns to see their families. So many people are on the move that the news uses expressions such as homecoming war and great migration. I suddenly became curious. What do foreigners in Korea do during Chuseok? In particular, what about the foreigners who live here without family? Having been producing diplomatic programs for 5 years, I suddenly became curious about how they were doing. So I decided to contact some of the diplomats I have met so far. After talking with some diplomats, I suddenly had an idea. What about letting them experience Korea and Korean Chuseok culture? So, I'm off to meet them now.
There he is. Frank!
Oh, hi.
Hey!
Long time no see.
Who is this?
Happy Chuseok.
I first met Frank in February 2023. I had visited the Rwanda National Heroes Day event to film and met Frank, a student who came to Korea to study abroad. Even after that, I was also able to see Frank whenever we were filming events hosted by the Rwandan embassy. He is really active about participating in these kind of events. He is studying in Korea and working hard to promote Rwanda. We could call him a diplomat connecting Korea and Rwanda, right?
This is your first time visiting here?
Yes, it's my first time. I'm so excited.
This is Korean folk village.
Yes.
And you can experience some traditional Korean culture here.
Yes, we are here at the Korean folk village in Yongin. Opening in 1974, the folk village is an outdoor museum where you can see and experience traditional Korean culture all in one place.
I wanted to meet you here because I wanted to let you experience some Korean traditional culture because it is Chuseok.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Actually, Chuseok, this is the first Chuseok I'm gonna spend with like a bit more meaning.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So, shall we go in?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's go. You can do some games as well.
Oh.
And watch some performance as well. So we could experience everything today.
Actually, the weather looks good today, right?
Yes.
As he mentioned, the weather was very nice, although it was a bit hot.
And you could also wear hanbok as well. You want to try wearing hanbok?
Really? Wow, I love hanbok actually.
Do you love hanbok?
Yeah,
Oh.
I've seen people wearing hanbok, like mostly in the foreigners and other places of Seoul. So I wonder how it would be to, to wear hanbok in this kind of place,
Oh,
which
yes.
is culture based,
Yes.
So it will be a great experience, I guess.
Let's go try on some hanbok.
This way.
Oh.
Ooh. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
The shop is full of hanbok of all colors. Frank and I also began choosing which hanbok to wear.
Would you like to try it?
Yeah, I think 폐하.
한번 읽어봐.
Something like
yes.
that.
So he will become a king. I want to become a queen. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Let me introduce the king of Korea.
Let me introduce the Queen of Korea.
You are the king, so we have to like follow like this. Let's try another one. So ready?
Yes, I'm
Okay,
ready.
Let's go out. Bam. This is
Here we go.
장금, 대장금. You know 대장금?
대장금? Like a general.
You look like a general.
I've seen like some kind of some scenes of 옛날 Korean drama.
Yes.
So they have this kind of like
Yeah.
tied with arms. It's my first time to see it
Oh.
in a real time.
You should have like a sword.
A sword?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dangerous.
The hanbok Frank wore is what actor Lee Dong-wook wore on the K-drama Tale of the Nine-Tailed. We are going to change one last time.
Or like green. 헉, 이거,
Green.
이거 예쁘다.
Yes, I'm ready.
It is time to reveal the last hanbok.
Wow. Here we go.
I think we should wear this one. How do you think?
I think this looks better, right?
Okay, so this is our final decision, right?
Yes, I think it looks good.
Okay. 예쁘다. Yeah.
Bright
green-
looks better, right?
green looks good on it.
I like the folk music.
You like it?
Sounds like a healing song. You know, something I found about Korea is like they preserve like good, like their culture assets, like these kinds of villages. They make them in a way that everybody, even after 100 years, can come and experience the culture. That was something that amazed me actually in Korea.
What do you usually do on Chuseok holidays?
Actually, before in my first maybe 3 years in Korea, I was still wondering what's going on. I'm used to seeing people, working every day, and all of a sudden, people are not there. So every shop is closed, every restaurant is closed, and I was like, what's going on? I was just at home with some other foreign friends. We just, kind of chill and enjoy the holiday. But recently, I tried to travel. Like last year, I traveled to Gangneung.
Ah,
I made some plans with a friend, so we went to Gangneung to travel, and it was really good.
While looking around the folk village, we spent some time talking about traditional Korean culture.
This is like a real Korean style. Yeah.
I realized Frank was very curious with a lot of questions. He wanted to know a lot about Korean culture.
Is there a meaning of this word? Actually, I have a question. Like, when you see, is it like a folk song? Actually, I'm curious.
Are there some meanings behind them?
I also tried to answer his questions to the best of my knowledge.
so they could keep like the temperature for kimchi. Because we have like ondol.
Yes.
You know what that is?
Ondol, like
Ondol is like heating
the
system.
boiling system.
Yes,
Yeah.
Korean heating system. And you beat like this.
With the performances, rode horses,
오늘 말 타러 왔습니다.
and had a blast.
오.
신랑 같아. He looks like a groom.
Thank you.
It is about time for a break. So I'm going to sit here and talk with Frank.
So, did you hear anything about how holidays like Chuseok is celebrated in Korea?
Actually, I talked to my friends about. They told me how they do it. There's something called chesa.
Right.
Like
차례.
they make like a lot of food, and it's for the ancestors.
Right.
You know, that kind of culture.
Chuseok, celebrated on the 15th day of the 8th lunar month each year, is considered to be the biggest holiday for the Korean people, along with Seollal, the Korean New Year. Chuseok is a day to celebrate and give thanks for the abundant harvest season. Dishes are prepared with newly harvested grains. People hold ancestral rites called charye, and they visit ancestral graves, a practice called songpyeon. The weeks before and after Chuseok are the time of the year when there's the most food to eat, and it is neither hot nor cold, so it's the perfect season. That's why there's even a proverb that says, "No more, no less, just like Chuseok." The Korean people began to celebrate Chuseok about 2,000 years ago. It is said Chuseok originated from the Silla dynasty, one of the Three Kingdoms during the Three Kingdoms period 2,000 years ago. They held weaving competitions from July 15th until August 15th, and the losing side would treat the winning side to a feast, which is said to be the origin of Chuseok.
So, I wonder if there is a holiday like Chuseok in Rwanda.
In the first week of August every year, the first Friday of August, we usually have a day called umuganura.
우무가누라.
Yes. It's a verb, huganura.
후가누라?
Yes. Huganura means like to harvest, if I can say. So in Rwanda, the main job is like cultivating and farming. So after cultivating and farming, we need to get, the product. So after getting all the products, now it's a time to share. Sit down and say, okay, oh, you did a great job. Kind of a reward to ourselves. So it's kind of a Rwandan Thanksgiving Day, like umuganura.
In Rwanda, there is a day called Umuganura, which is similar to Korea's Chuseok. Umuganura is celebrated on the first Friday of August every year, which is the time when the rainy season ends and the harvest begins. In the local language, Umuganura means first fruit. During this festival, which has a history of over 1,000 years, Rwandans have been offering the first harvest to the gods and praying for blessings for the prosperity of the community and the country since ancient times. Umuganura became an official holiday in 2011. The celebrations begin at home, and then local communities come together to hold larger events. Rwandans wear traditional clothes and dance and sing while performing various rituals. Umuganura is also a day to announce and celebrate the developments and achievements of the country and its regions.
So, how do you usually celebrate Umuganura?
Actually, umuganura is a day to eat traditional food. Traditional food, like when people gather, even actual leaders also join other people, like they share food together. We have like maize.
Maize.
Maize is, I think they use maize because it's easy to carry when there are many people, because everybody can take, their own, they can just pick. There's what they call umutsima.
Umutsima?
Yes. Umutsima is, it's made of sorghum, like a long time ago.
Oh.
It used to be a traditional food. These days they don't eat it that much. They use maize and other cassava, but it was made of sorghum. It was umutsima, so they share together. That's how they celebrate. The people meet in a venue, they share the food, and they just discuss a little bit, and that's how it's done. Also beer, traditional beer.
Traditional beer, what is that?
Traditional beer is actually homemade.
Ah.
Not for the factory. People make it from banana.
Banana beer.
Yes,
Oh.
banana beer. So we have some company brands which do that, but normally the original one is made from home.
Oh. I'd like to taste that.
They bring grasses and they bring bananas. So they just make it like with hands. There's a tool to make it.
Oh.
It's just all handmade. People gather together, they do. Like they make the juice by hand.
Does it taste different from like regular beer?
I heard it's strong.
You've never tasted it?
When I came to Korea, I was still underage.
Frank and I were able to experience traditional Korean culture at the folk village today. I was able to tell him about Korean Chuseok, and I also learned a lot about Unuganura. Don't you think Korea and Rwanda became closer today thanks to Frank and I? I am here at a traditional Korean house called Hanok. Since I'm at a Hanok, I have to wear hanbok.
왔다. 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. 반가워요. 다시 만나서.
네.
우리 얼마 만에 보는 거죠?
한
5개월.
5개월이죠.
맞죠? 그때
최근에 4월에 봤었어요.
맞아요. 삐바이 라운 때.
맞아요.
Yeoreum and I met in April during the Be My Lao event hosted by the Embassy of Laos. Yeoreum came to study abroad in Korea because of her love for Korean dramas and films, and she says she wants to bring Korea and Laos closer together through movies in the future. We could also call her a diplomat connecting Korea and Laos, right? And last time, when we texted each other, Yeoreum said she wanted to try making Korean Chuseok food.
추석 음식 만들어 보고 싶다고 했잖아요.
맞아요.
그래서 제가 오늘 추석 음식을 만들 수 있게 준비를 해놨습니다.
뭘까요?
근데 여기
네.
한옥인데 와본 적 있어요?
저는 이런 예쁜 한옥은 나온 적 없어요.
아 진짜요?
아주
추석이니까 뭔가 한국의 전통적인 그런 분위기를 살리고 싶어서 한옥을 빌렸습니다. 통째로.
오, 너무 감동인데요?
근데 이게 라오스 전통 옷이에요?
네, 원래 상의는 다른 거 있는데요. 제가 준비를 못해서 그래서 요즘 모던하게 요즘 현대 생활을 할 수 있게끔 하는 의상을 준비해봤어요.
이 이름이 뭐예요?
이름은 여기는 신이라고, 신은 라오스 치마이고요. 근데 이거는 바비앙이라고 해요.
바비앙.
바비앙 이렇게 덮어주는 액세서리 하나죠. 네.
그럼 들어가 볼까요?
네.
The food that Yeoreum and I will be making today is songpyeon, the representative food of Chuseok.
한국어 이름은 어떻게 정한 거예요?
제가 스스로 지었어요.
성도?
네, 성은 제가
여름이잖아.
송중기 팬이기 때문에 그거 뺐었어요.
아 진짜요?
살짝 옮겨봤죠.
그래서 송여름이에요?
네.
왜 여름이라고
제가
지었어요?
여름에 태어났기 때문에 그래서 여름으로 지었어요.
아니 그 이제 추석
네.
때 뭐 하냐고 물어봤을 때 추석 음식 만들어 보고 싶다고 했잖아요.
네.
그래서 오늘 한국 추석의 대표적인 음식 송편을 만들어 보려고 제가 이렇게 준비를 했습니다. 송편
네.
만들어 본 적 있어요?
전 없어요. 먹기만 했어요.
아 먹어본 적은 있어요?
네.
그러면 오늘 처음으로 한번 만들어 보는 시간을 가져봅시다.
네.
The first traditional food that comes to mind when Koreans think of Chuseok is songpyeon. Songpyeon is a steamed rice cake made by kneading glutinous rice flour and filling it with red beans, soybeans, chestnuts, jujubes, and sesame seeds. The song in songpyeon means pine tree, and it is said that the name comes from the practice of steaming songpyeon on pine needles. The meaning of songpyeon contains the joy of harvest as well as the gratitude and sincerity of making rice cakes with new rice and grains, and offering them to ancestors on the ancestral rite table.
Now, we are going to make songpyeon.
진짜 눈 같아요.
이건 고구마 가루입니다.
오,
그 다음에 이제 얘를 반죽을 해야 하는데
네.
반죽을 뜨거운 물로 해요.
오, 이 색깔이 나오네요.
뭔가 약간 명절 느낌이 나는데? 그 다음에 이제 이게 떡 안에 넣을 소라고 하는데
네.
원래 송편에 넣는 소 종류가 되게 다양해요.
네.
이거는 지금 깨랑 설탕이거든요.
네.
지역이나 집마다 콩을 삶아가지고 콩을 이렇게 으깨가지고
아, 네.
소를 만들기도 하고 또 어떤 데서는 밤 있잖아요. 밤 이렇게 으깨가지고
아,
넣기도
밤도
하고.
넣어요?
네, 밤을 이 안에 넣기도 해요. 근데
네.
이거를 준비한 거는 제가 이걸 좋아하기 때문이죠.
아,
이렇게 타서 이렇게
네.
만든 다음에 이만큼을 떼요. 그래서 여기서 이렇게 구멍을 낸 다음에 이런 식으로
오, 네.
이렇게 만들었죠. 그릇처럼.
네.
그 다음에 얘를 조금 넣어요. 너무 많이 넣으면 안 돼.
네.
이렇게 넣어.
넣어서,
조금만 넣어.
네.
그 다음에 이렇게 이 안에
네.
이 소를 넣은 다음에 다시 동그랗게 만드는 거예요.
네.
했어요? 해봐요.
아, 이렇게요?
동그랗게 만들었죠. 그 다음에
열었어요.
이제 열렸어?
네.
안 돼. 다시. 이렇게 그릇처럼 안에 송편을 예쁘게 빚으면
네.
예쁜 딸을 낳는다는
오.
그런 얘기가 있어요.
네.
예전에.
그렇죠. 처음이다 보니 그럴 수 있죠.
여름 finished making one, and I also made one.
짠.
오.
라오스에도 한국 추석이랑 비슷한 명절이 있어요.
네, 살짝 비슷하긴 해요. 약간 분카오 살락이란.
분카오 살락.
네, 분카오. 분은 약간 운 아니면 그런
운?
운. 운 아니면 그런 절
절?
그런 의미해요. 음식들이 만들어서 원래는 그거 절 하나를 갖다 놓고 이름을 붙여서 이미 돌아가신 가족분들한테 이거를 해주는 거예요. 감사 마음으로. 근데 또 하나는 집 앞에서, 집 마당 앞에서 그건 놨던 거예요. 그거는 그 가족 없는 영혼분들 위해서 해주신 거예요.
되게 따뜻하다.
네, 라오스 아직 따뜻한 나라죠.
In some ways similar to Korea's Chuseok, people in Laos celebrate the Bun Khao Salak Ancestor Festival. It's a day to gain merit by making offerings to one's ancestors. Bun Khao Salak is celebrated each year on the 10th full moon on the lunar calendar. The Lao people wake up early on this day and go to temples to give offerings. These offerings include food, fruits, as well as daily necessities like soap and toothpaste. They also bring paper with information about their ancestors, and this is read out loud. When the people place their offerings and the paper with their ancestors' information in a basket, monks draw lots or a lottery gift basket, hence the name salak, to match the owner with a monk. Offerings are then made to the monk and respects are paid to the ancestors.
근데 왜 한국으로 왔다 그랬죠?
엔터테인먼트 업체도 이렇게 많이 발전되고 영화도 잘 만들어서 저도 그런 부분에 흥미가 생겨서 한번 한국에서 배우면 어떨까 싶어서 한 거예요.
그럼 처음에 어떻게 한국 그런 컨텐츠를 접하게 됐어요?
언니 덕분이죠. 언니가 21 좋아했어요. 주변 친구 엑소를 좋아해서 저도 그거 듣고 나서 이제 따라해보는 거죠. 따라하고 이제 엑소를 점점 좋아하기 시작했고 드라마를 살짝 한 편, 두 편 보다가 빠진 거예요. 그때는 태양이 후예 보고 한국어를 배우기 시작했어요. 송중기 배우 덕분이죠.
I think it is really amazing that interest in Korea began from liking Korean music, dramas, and actors. And that interest continued to the point where it led someone to come study abroad in Korea. We finished making the songpyeon. It is now time to steam them.
완성!
They may not look perfect, but it is meaningful that we try to make it ourselves.
어때요?
괜찮네요. 맛있어요.
처음 만든 것 치고 잘
네.
나온 것 같아요.
맞아요. 진짜 대성공이죠.
그리고 이제 추석에 송편을 먹고 차례를 지내고
네.
그다음에 추석날에 이제 보름달을 보고 소원을 비는 거예요.
진짜요?
네. 소원이 뭐예요?
소원이요?
소원을 만약에 빈다면 어떤 소원을 빌고 싶어요?
건강을 비지 않을까 싶어요. 건강하면 모든 걸 다 할 수 있잖아요. 피디님은요?
저도 건강.
네.
그리고 이 Are Diplomats 프로그램이 더 잘 됐으면 좋겠다 하는 걸 빌어봅니다.
네. We Are Diplomats 많이 사랑하고 많이 구독과 좋아요 많이 눌러주세요.
Making songpyeon together, 여름 and I became friends. I hope Korea and Laos have become closer just as we have become close. How did you enjoy today's We're Diplomats Chuseok special? I had a great time with Frank and Yerim, experiencing Korean culture and learning about each other's countries. I felt like we became a family spending Chuseok together with Frank and Yerim. I also hope you all have a happy Chuseok holiday with your loved ones around you.
It's very old, 2004, like that.
Oh yeah, that's
You were born?
no. I was alive.
토끼입니다.
이거 토끼예요, 토끼.
토끼.